changed.
It definitely
People
shifted.
don't come to the hospital anymore when you have the baby.
After you don't have one, they're like, oh, that's the second baby. Like, oh, yeah, you know, that type of thing. Okay, y'all, we're going to be talking about, well, you guys are up here. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone. I was just up here with it. We're going to be talking about child support tonight. I did throw, I threw something on my, or on our Instagram page. And the question was, should men be forced to pay child support if they wanted the woman to have an abortion? And we would really like to know y'all feedback on this. So, you know, they say a woman's body, it's a woman's right. And I say there's different factors that go into the whole have an abortion idea, because if you and your partner are using protection and the woman ends up pregnant and he's saying the whole time he does not want a kid, but he was taking those precautions, I personally do not feel like he should be forced to pay child support because he was doing what he needed to do. I mean, even though we know that sex leads to babies, you know, but outside of that, you know, when you're taking the precautions and he's vocalized this, then you really have to take matters into your own hand at that time and really make that decision for yourself. That's how I feel about that. I'm going to go back to Facebook here. We had a comment earlier and someone gave us their thoughts on the question. So let's see. I'm going to read that. I see you live here. Okay. So this comment says, she believes absolutely not. If they wanted the woman to get an abortion, that's a clear sign the man don't want any parts. So if you choose to have the child, it becomes your full responsibility to make sure the child has. I believe forcing someone could lead to a bunch of other problems. And I do agree with that. It can lead to a bunch of other problems. But when you lay down with a person, I feel like you have to take all that into account. What do you think about that?
I don't agree with it because I feel like it takes two to make a baby. And even though he might say, or they took all the precautions, you still know what is capable of happening. Unless you spoke specifically, like, did you even find out if she's against abortions? Because what if she's against abortion? So right. I feel like all those things need to be talked about. And then, you know, you could go from there. But for the most part, you know what you're doing. And it's not just the female's responsibility.
Hi, Sierra. She's giving us she's tagging a whole bunch of people on there. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate that, Sierra.
Hey, girl.
You want to talk to us about how you feel about child support? Do you have anyone on child support? I currently don't. I don't know that I all the way believe in it or not. I feel like in certain situations, it may be necessary, child support. But I feel like it's for absent parents. I don't want to just say fathers because there are absent mothers. So a lot of times when people think about child support, we think about fathers. You know, it's usually just one side. And I don't feel like the system is designed to really help the situation. I just feel like it is like putting a Band-Aid over the wound in a sense. A lot of times parents are not paying. They're not getting what they need. It's not enough for whatever needs the parent has for that child because as we all know, kids are expensive.
Right.
Whatever. I'm going to go back over here to Instagram now and see what we have going on. I had a comment on there because if you guys haven't followed our SipNlips Instagram page, we know we need you to go over there and follow. We need to get those followings up. And also the SipNlips page on YouTube. Come like and subscribe, comment. This episode will be uploaded for you at a later time. You'll be able to watch that at your leisure. So let's see. Well, that comment is deleted.
Shout out to you for deleting the comment.
Shout out to the person who put their comment on Instagram.
Don't be scared.
Took it down.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Yes. So I'm going to give you guys another topic
scenario?
Here. Yeah, that we can find on here. So let's see. So we have a person who said that child support is a fancy way of saying I'm lazy and expect my baby daddy to pay for my household.
See, no, I don't believe that.
Are they really paying for the household though?
Exactly. You know how much it costs to raise these
kids.
Like, I don't no. See, I don't believe that. No.
So, yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, like the lights, the food,
exactly,
the air. It costs to breathe.
It
now.
costs to breathe. Like
so you
it
can't
costs
say,
to drink water. Like
yeah,
anything.
No.
Yeah.
The
so,
money is getting used to take care of your kid.
Absolutely.
I need to be sane, so that's part of taking care of your kid. I'm sorry, and like I said, I think that it takes two to make a kid. So.
It takes two, but even
if the guy says, I don't want to keep it, you still had sex. You know what can come out of that.
Right.
Unless you had other conversations, there's a chance. So you're just as responsible as I am.
I feel like sometimes things get misconstrued because you have people say, "Oh, you want them to pay for your household." No, I want him or her to help pay for half of these bills this kid creates. Right. Because if I have this kid 99% of the time, and most days now, we don't even have help from other family members. Like it takes a village, they say, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're not getting help with raising a kid outside of when you come home from work, babysitting, exactly. Feeding the kid, clothing the kid, taking and dropping off to sports or whatever that child is into, we don't get that help. So who's compensating for those type of things?
Right. And what parent already paid all the bills for the month, and then your little check comes in a little bit late.
Exactly.
So we went and got our nails done because we had to pay. I don't know. I just feel like people it depends on the scenario too, I guess, because there are situations when the men or the woman are taking care of their kids, and then the person is still putting them on child support because they're being petty.
Yes.
Or they can't move on. So I just feel like the system isn't rigged correctly. Well, it's rigged, not for
First of all, I would like to know, when was the child support laws made and how often are they updated and how often do they look at that? Does anybody know that? Like, have you ever looked into that thing?
Like for a lot of men to fail. They end up going to jail.
Well, if any parent to fail, because listen, if you have an absent parent, and say it is to incarceration, like you just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
You come home, you're not in the right place to come take care of a kid, or, you can try. But watching your kid is free. Being a part of your kid's life. Okay, so you have a parent who is involved, right? Mm-hmm. You have a parent. Okay, so they come, they watch, bathe, do hair, whatever, but nothing financially. Nothing financially. Everything is mentally. Everything is physically. Are you putting that parent on child support?
Yeah.
You're putting that parent on child support.
Wait, so what do you mean, like they're helping? So are we doing like 50-50?
No, they're helping. They're doing.
Are they doing all that?
They're picking up. They're dropping off to school or daycare, whatever. Every day. They're if it's a little girl, they're doing. Sometimes little boys.
Oh, okay,
doing
yeah.
hair,
If it's like an everyday thing,
but you're struggling financially. Yeah. You as a parent, you're struggling financially.
I don't know. That's a tough one. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's a tough one.
It's like a catch-22.
That one is tough because I would feel like, damn, why would you put them on child
support?
So helping.
As long as you see some type of effort.
Because I'm guessing they don't got money. Like they're in a financial struggle.
Do they?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it depends on the scenario because like you must not got it.
Listen, do they? Because sometimes I'm wondering, do they have the financial means, but they just don't want to help you because now you're no longer in the relationship.
Yeah. They got another household to care for.
Yes.
That could be
right.
I would say yeah, because it still costs to take care of these kids.
Shalice said, I think the legal system on child support is really jacked up.
Yeah,
just never.
That's what I was trying to
say. Shalice, I'm going to need you to elaborate on that just a little bit, honey, because
I feel like it is kind of like the way the
why do you feel it's jacked up, and why would you never? And that's crazy because I just tagged you on the page.
Did you?
I tagged Shalice.
Oh, see if it can tag me.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm putting it in a comment. I'm just putting, but okay, let me see if I can put you in here. But then
but I don't agree with the way it's designed. Like, there's people that's getting locked up, and the amount's crazy.
Yeah.
They can't afford it. Or they're giving money on the side, and the woman's still putting them on. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
The system is definitely rigged to...
I really don't even know who to tag on this page to bring them in, but... shout out to our viewers that are watching right now. We really appreciate you guys. Yes. I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going after that. We was going in. So, I just feel like if a person.
Oh, you were saying if the I don't know. We were saying guy and
what
females. If the guy was coming taking care of the kid during the day and all that.
So if he's helping and I see effort, I think I'm a little less likely to want to do something like child support. Child support for me is I take care of this kid 100%, financially, physically, mentally, all of that. I'm doing that 100%, right? So why should you not? We lay down.
That's what I'm
especially
saying.
when you go into these situations together. A lot of times you go in and these babies come out of relationships. Mm-hmm. You come in thinking that this is the person you're going to be with. This is, a forever thing, or at least a half of the year thing. I don't know. Most of the year thing.
Like a 9-month thing.
Exactly.
When the baby comes out, you gotta go.
Yeah. You go into this thinking like this is not temporary. It's more permanent than not, right? So now I'm just like, you get to walk away. And what?
That's why I'm saying it. So why I believe that there got to be some type of system set to help.
So I want to read a comment that I had read from someone's page.
That's why I ain't gonna curse, ain't got my baby dad's on child support.
So it was, I respect the moms who don't get child support anyway. They are the real ones. Don't need a nigga for shit. Most moms receive child support, either get left by the baby dad or a cuter girl. Or they just like making his life a living hell. I won't even go any further, So a lot of, this is a common factor. Like, people think, oh, you're bitter. Mm-hmm. You're putting him on child support because you're bitter, because the relationship didn't work. But I feel like if I care about somebody, if I care about you, and let's say I still have the kid and I see you hurting and I see you not in a good situation, mm-hmm. I'm going to do what I can to help you in that situation. I'm not going to leave you out to dry. Why would you want to see me suffer with your kid?
Right.
Now, what comes into play is you have people with more than one, women with more than one child's father. So you have two kids with, and men have more than one baby mom, okay? So you now you get into this relationship, you have two kids previously. The man comes in, he's stepping up, he's playing the role. Now y'all don't work out, but y'all got a kid together. Mm-hmm. But he was doing all this.
Right.
Now say the first guy was a deadbeat, or not even a deadbeat, he just stepped back because now this new man is filling in, Now you're not getting what you were getting that you needed for the first two kids, right? Okay. And you're not getting what for this third kid. Mm-hmm. Because now he's not. Now sometimes, most of the time things end sour. They don't end nicely. Like, how often do you have a breakup and it's been a amicable thing, right? Where it's been polite, ways. Something like that.
But like you said, though, some people go have babies thinking that they're going to be together, and sometimes it's not being petty because the person left is because, like, I thought we was going to raise this baby together, so I'm going to put you on child support. Maybe they're not being petty,
right?
It's just that the dude told them, like, have my baby, I'm going to marry you, and now you're stuck. So
and now
it's
you're
not really being petty,
stuck.
But it's just like,
I love that word, stuck, because what is stuck, right? You're stuck, and it's like, all right, I can't make moves the way I want. I can't go to work the way I want. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's not just financial.
It's not financial.
A kid is 24/7. And I'm sorry, when they're a baby, it's super hard to maneuver the way you did before the kid. First kid, third kid, fifth kid, 10th kid. I don't care how many.
Needed in some type of way.
Right.
Like, we got to make a way.
And what happened to grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, everybody being involved with these kids when you're having these kids, right?
We can talk about that too. That shifted. That changed.
It definitely shifted.
People don't come to the hospital anymore when you have the baby.
After you don't have one, they're like, oh, that's the second baby. Like, oh, yeah, that type of thing.
The grandmother and grandma, how they used to. They don't big mamas no more.
Right, at all.
You can't just drop all the kids ain't going to grandma's house no more. That's not going down. Because grandma's out with you.
Period. She's like, well, I'm going out too.
Where are we meeting
exactly. Girl, we're not meeting nowhere, okay? Because I don't want to hang with my mother.
Times have changed, so child support is...
And this is what I feel. I feel like... Needed. This is, and I could be wrong, listen, I'm no doctor, but so, I feel like women or men who have support of their family and they have more help, they're less likely to be like, oh, I need you, because they're not alone. They have that support now. Now you have that support. You got someone in your corner saying, you know what? I got you. Don't worry about that. Oh, I'll do that for you. Oh, you need a pickup? I got you. When you are that person who doesn't have someone helping you, period. Like that's the end of the sentence. If you don't have someone helping you, it's a lot harder, and you feel, I don't want to say needy, but you feel like you need some assistance, and you should have it. No one can raise a kid all by themselves.
Exactly.
You can't. You can.
That's
but it's
why
hard.
there's fathers. I don't know. I feel like everybody's saying that thing. Like it's like the mother is obligated to take care of the kid because it's their kid.
That's your job.
That's
your
what
job.
everyone is saying.
That's your job. That's what you should be doing.
The men are always supposed to take care of their kids. What happens?
I feel like
the man
fathers are super
head?
important. Fathers are important.
I feel like it was supposed to be the man taking care of the kid.
Why do fathers not feel important? Why is society?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened to them? Yes. Why do they have no obligations? They're not part of the household
anymore.
Listen,
I'll get personal for a moment. My youngest son, he's not even 2 yet, but I love seeing his dad with him, making him laugh, having happy moments. I mean, just that alone, outside of financially, makes my heart melt. Like, it just makes it like feel like, oh my God, you know, they need this. We need this. You know what I mean? And I feel like it creates healthy relationships, you know. It teaches your kids how to love, when to love, you know, like
it's definitely needed.
What that feels like. It's important. So child support can break a relationship, I feel like. You know, someone can be very bitter because now you've put them on there and they're like, all right, you put me on child support. That's all you're going to get. You're not getting nothing else out of me.
I know that's petty.
Is that okay? I was about to ask you, is that petty?
Like,
is that selfish?
Petty,
is that petty? Is that selfish?
Oh, that's so petty. Like, it costs more than that little amount that you're getting. Even though the child support system is rigged, they still not getting as much as we are dishing out for these kids
at all.
So it's still not even amounting
PPNL, UGI.
It's not amounting to what we're paying.
A parent that does not have kids living in their house does not have to pay for an extra room in their house. They can say, oh, when the baby comes over, the kid comes over, I'm just going to put them on the couch. I'm going to put an air mattress out there. You're not paying for a whole separate situation in your house. Whereas the parent who has the kids full time has to make sure they have the rooms, make sure their kids are set up comfortable to, you know, live comfortable. I mean, of course, I grew up poor. I didn't grow up with... We didn't have our own room, okay? We did not have our own room. But now these kids are growing up spoiled. They're spoiled. They're having... It's nothing else on there. They're spoiled. They're not having... You probably can see from your live who these people are. Because I can't see them because I'm not on there. We'll take turns, though. Side note, guys. Yeah, so that's just our thoughts on we would love to hear back from y'all though. You know, everything we're talking about here, I know there's people out here that are going through this on a daily basis, feeling this, you know, feelings are changing. You could go from one feeling to the next, you know, in a couple of minutes.
It depends on the situation and the scenario.
I do too. I really do. I feel like it's a lot of factors that go into it. So if I go back to, so they're saying that there may be a new bill that would allow pregnant women to collect child support. You know, the Roe versus Wade changed a lot of things.
They didn't
make
that baby alone. Okay.
So sometimes, all right. So that's another question. How do you feel about that? Because if you are needing to collect child support, what if you can't work? What if you can't work when you're pregnant?
That's what
you
I'm
break
saying.
up.
Like we both, yeah.
Your partner cheats. You leave the relationship. You're pregnant. You can't work. You're on bed rest. Who takes care of you?
The dad.
Does he? What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't feel that way? Now, okay, let's add another layer to it. He gets a girlfriend. The girl he cheated with. This is now his girlfriend. She's like, nope, I don't trust you with her. You're not doing nothing for her, and we know that happens.
Child support.
Right?
That's why we need child support.
So now you're going on child support. But look at this. Child support is not enough. I can't even pay my rent.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I can't pay my mortgage. I can't pay my rent.
I don't even go put nobody on child support because they ain't even worth it. I ain't even gonna get gas money off that. The gas is super high. I ain't even going down that road. But listen.
Have you threatened it?
No, but I'm about to. I'm about to. Kind of like by the end of the summer. If something don't cough up, then yeah.
Listen.
It's a threat going out.
Yeah, I have definitely threatened it. But not for petty reasons. You know?
I don't, because I feel like what them other women be saying, like those are because I do feel what they be saying, like those are my kids at the end of the day. I'm gonna make a way.
As we
but
do
I
as
think
strong
that for
women.
the most part, I'm just super soft. I'm just too nice. That's why I don't do it. And I always usually understand their situation.
Oh, we do have some comments on here. Okay, so
Jerezy, that's I don't know what that is.
So Vanessa Phillips, she said a lot of these girls are putting men on child support for the wrong reasons. I can definitely agree with you there. She said, but what about the women that get pregnant and the man tells them that they're not ready to be a father?
You should have sex.
And women chooses to keep the baby, but should he be obligated to pay the child support? That was our question, Vanessa.
You shouldn't have sex. You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing. But if a man comes to me and he says,
we should talk about that before. He should be asking, do you believe in abortions? And if the girl says no, then at that point, it's all free game.
And the day and age we live in right now, people don't have these conversations.
Exactly.
People are not having. You're not talking. You're not
point. The men are not doing their job.
That's another topic. People are not communicating effectively, and they don't know how to communicate effectively.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the situation. Are y'all having that conversation? Are you telling the girl, like, listen, before we have sex, I want to know, do you believe in abortions in case I knock you up? Nobody's doing that at all, ever. Come on, when does somebody do that? So then you cannot get mad when a girl says, I'm keeping this baby. I don't care if you want me to get rid of it. You should have never had sex with that girl. No, you didn't know she was going to keep that baby or not.
What if he asked?
That's different. If he was like, yo, do you believe in abortion? She was like, no. And you still did it. You're going on child support because you knew I don't believe in abortion. You know I don't believe in abortion.
You okay? I believe in abortion. She lies.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if the
there's women out there
and stuff like that. That's different.
There's women out there that lie, right? They say, oh, but they're trying to trap the dude, right?
That's
for
different.
status,
Definitely.
for money, whatever. You could be any type of guy. Now, I'm putting you on child support because I wanted to trap you.
But guess what? As a dude, you still taking that risk. You just taking a risk. I don't care.
You are taking a risk.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
So decide not to lay down with the woman is what you're saying, right?
Exactly. Don't have sex.
How many men do that?
Get your wife and have sex with her. Other than that,
listen, we're gonna
talk. Everything's, to me, like I said, you know.
How many people do you know that's married right now?
Sheesh.
How many?
All I know is one off the top of my head.
I think I may know 2 couples.
Like personally, no. Oh my god.
Yeah, personally, personally in your circle.
My 1, 2. Oh, in my circle?
Yes, like people you know. Like who do you know that's married? Like you know them personally.
My brother-in-law. That's it.
Okay.
1.
I know 3 couples. I know 3 couples that right off the bat that I could think of right now, off the top of my head, that are married. Are people getting married the same? And you have so many different cases of child support because people are not in relationships anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not in a relationship with the girl. You know what you're doing. I don't care what she told you. You're taking a risk. Child support it is. We're going straight to the office. 8:00 a.m. Monday morning.
And stop. Listen, let me talk about last night, y'all. But just real side note, because I worked last night, okay? I think I slept like 3 hours today. So let me tell you something. Don't be judging me off this live because
I like what Shalice said. She's so funny. She said, I don't agree. How we know that's the dad with the pregnant girl.
I don't agree how we know he's the dad to the baby boy. You know that when they say mama's baby, father's baby. But that is facts though. It is facts. Shalice, you're crazy for that. Right. Yeah, she's not right. Guys, I'm trying to go in and out to see these comments because I don't know that I'm seeing them right away as they're coming in. Okay.
That's funny.
So, okay. Mata, I think the responsibility falls on both men and women, but the conversation needs to be had and people need to use condoms. Boom. Okay. There's too many diseases out here to only be concerned about bringing a baby into the world. Say it again. Girl. Say it again. Okay. So it's not happening that way, right? So people, 1, are not using protection. 2, diseases are all over the place, okay?
And let's normalize having conversations
about that.
Let's talk about it. Like, listen.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Something was to happen. You're going to get an abortion. Like, what is your view on that? Do you believe in child support?
Yes.
Start asking these females, do they believe in child support?
Ask both.
And I get it. Like, there are going to be females that lie, but for the most part, listen, we in 2022, everybody's keeping it real, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure these girls are going to be like,
everybody's keeping it real.
You know, I feel like everybody's going to be telling the truth, keeping it real.
They're not keeping it real, though. People can't even keep it real on social media. Okay? Everything's
That's
a filter.
true.
I made that post the other day. Everything's a filter. Nothing is what it seems anymore. So, you say one thing and you're doing completely a different thing. So I'm having a conversation. I meet this dude. I'm having a conversation. Okay, yeah, I believe in this. I don't believe in this. And no, I won't have this baby. And then boom. He meets a new girl. And then I'm having a baby. Mm-hmm. Right. We're not using protection. We didn't talk about protection. We didn't talk about diseases. We didn't talk about child support, what your beliefs are in raising a kid. Let's talk about that. What are your beliefs for raising a kid? Like, do you hit kids? Don't you? Do you punish them? Do you?
Y'all hit your kids? We just talk about that. But we definitely should start having more conversations before we having these babies.
Listen to Vanessa's question. She said, "What if he's not the father? Who's paying the money back to the father? Does the state pay that back? Who pays that back?"
And you get older than your mom probably sit you down and tell you like, yeah, such and such age.
Okay. Listen, Tyrone ain't your dad. He ain't your daddy.
I'm a little bit darker than the rest of them.
I was wondering why I was more light than my sister.
But that's good though. So, men, get that test ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people get offended.
We should normalize that too, because a lot of men be finding out years later that
they're not the dad.
Oh, that's crazy.
Where's Maury when you need him?
Yes.
Okay. Listen. People are afraid of conversations. People are afraid to. But you know what? They're not taught that.
I was gonna say I feel like I wasn't taught that before, and now I make it a thing. But I definitely wasn't doing that. Like, But no, that definitely needs to be something that's talked about.
When you grow up and you're in the household, and hi Jeanette, hi Kwan, Mama's boy Powell. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
I hope y'all sipping with us because my drink's about to be done.
Oh, listen, I can refill her. Don't worry. It's called Sips and Lips for a reason. I love the feedback that we're getting. Let me see. There are also paternity tests during pregnancy. There is.
Damn, they up on it.
Right.
Yes.
Mara, I had no idea that you could do a paternity test. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, do they do like a needle? Is it blood? Or I think they extract the blood or something like that. I don't know.
That's crazy. What if you have a man on child support for years and then you find out
and he's not the dad? I feel like if I was that dad, I would want to be compensated. It's crazy because it is really true. It's a mother's baby, a father's baby. You just don't. People shouldn't be raw dogging and barely know each other.
That's true.
It is so true. Yes, they do, but it happens, Shalise. It happens. So anyway, we had a poll for y'all. We're gonna start to wrap that up. We love all the questions, and I feel like we need to come back to this with more facts. But we had a poll. We wanted to what were the two names? So every segment we wanted to have a question of the day, I guess. And we wanted to call it either Lip Quickie
or Convo Quickie.
Or Convo Quickie.
What y'all think that we should call it?
Exactly. So I'm going to put that in the notes here. I'm going to write that in. So we're going to call it Lip. And we're going to put it up as a poll.
Yeah.
We'll put it up.
We want to know what we should call it. Lip Quickie or Convo Quickie for our little quick topics that we're going to do before we jump into our...
Right. Or even during. Or even during. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we definitely enjoyed the conversation tonight. We don't want to drag this on too much longer, but we enjoyed you guys and we enjoyed the conversation. Hopefully you meet back with us. Please, Lip and Sips on YouTube, Lip and Sips on Instagram, and of course you're here on Facebook and it is Lips and Sips. So all you need to do is look us up, okay? Follow, comment, interact, subscribe. We need y'all to do all of that. Thank you. And did you want to add anything else for this tonight?
No, have a good night.
All right, we're going to finish our sips. Y'all have a good night.